Settle down. You're going to spoil me. Thank you. That's nice. I love the sound of mass-heavy breathing. I thank you for the applause. That's very nice. Actually, you better applaud. Otherwise, I'm going to have Prince Andrew come out and spray paint you with a white paint. Crazy Prince Andrew. Did you see what he did?
Yep.
Prince Andrew, when he was here a week ago, apparently was at some factory or something, and they gave him one of those pressurized spray guns, and he turned around and sprayed the press. Not a bad idea. Well, listen, I have really nothing to say. Joan Rivers insulted everyone last week. Oh, she really sings in there, doesn't she? By the way, did you all get the cream-filled Easter eggs I left on your seat? Anyway, we've been off for 2 weeks, and I apologize. I'm sorry I was gone for 2 weeks, but the Academy Awards just ended last night. That was the longest night I have ever spent. I mean, even the Titanic had the dignity to sink within 2 hours. I've got to reappraise that line of work. Anyway, I thank you for coming. If you're on vacation out here in Los Angeles, I hate to talk about smog. It sounds like an old subject, but we have today what they call a first-stage smog alert. Can you tell when you get it? See, in Los Angeles, we have a funny group called the Air Quality Management District, which gives you the impression they manage the air or something, but the air does pretty much what it wants to do. And we have 3 stages of smog alerts. First stage, your eyes burn and the water. The second stage, you wheeze and you cough. The third stage, your Nikes disintegrate. Oh, yeah, I didn't see you. I've not seen you for a long time because you were gone. You were gone for a couple of weeks before we were off for a couple of weeks. You were in Italy.
That's right.
How is Italy?
Fine. There was a little guy on the street corner over there doing a monologue. Looked kind of like you.
I was never in Italy during the war. Not true. Was that your first trip?
No, I've been there a couple of times.
That's a great country, isn't it?
Beautiful place.
People are friendly over there, and the food is great.
Yeah, but it's great to be back here.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's great to have you back here. You're going to give a vacation report? Remember, listen to school, you come back?
Yeah.
What I did on my summer vacation.
Yeah, right.
Let's have a report tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's hold Doc to that and have
All
a
right.
vacation report.
How long does it have to be?
Well, how long do you feel you can hold their interest? I mean, it's up to you.
About that long.
All right, 3 or 4 minutes will be fine. Anyway, what's happening? What? A minute.
A minute.
Okay. We'll try to squeeze it in. In a silly mood. All right. I know I'm trying to read what's going on. Reagan is not in the United States, as you know. The president, as you probably well know. Oh, come on. Come on, this is not a political rally. I mean, he's on his way to China for a 6-day visit. Now, the president is in for a big surprise. Wait till he finds out there are 1 billion communists there. As you probably saw in the news, the president stopped off in Hawaii, I guess for 2 days, so he will not get jet lag during his China trip. Reagan doesn't want to embarrass himself by dozing off in the middle of his regular nap. Did you see the picture? It made all the wire services all over the world swimming in Hawaii. Yeah, the president was out in the surf, and it was strange seeing a Secret Service man next to him wearing dark glasses and a Snoopy tube. If you don't mind a personal comment, the president's swimwear isn't too hip. I understand for his birthday, Nancy's going to get him a pair of trunks that don't blow up in the water. While I'm on the subject of the first family, did you read that President Reagan's daughter, Patty, is marrying her yoga instructor? Yeah, she called the president and says, Daddy, I'm marrying a yogi. And Reagan said, thank God, at least you're not marrying Billy Martin. She thought... Well, the welcome really has changed, hasn't it? You don't get many chances here. No, apparently Patty said to Reagan, she says, you'll love my fiancé. He's a California guy who meditates, eats brown rice, and sleeps on a bed of nails. And the president says, you mean to tell me you're marrying Jerry Brown?
Yeah.
Well, I can now report the suspense is officially over. The Soviet Union has apparently agreed to attend the LA Olympics. It was kind of touch and go. At first, they were not sure if they were coming because they don't like to enter foreign countries without tanks. Anyway, do you know whose birthday it is this week? No, the 50th birthday of who? Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Celebrate. Can you believe Donald Duck is 50 years old? If you see the pictures, you can. He's got a varicose beak. Wears a tail toupee. Did you know that? Donald is going through a midlife crisis. He's tired of being a duck. He's thinking of having a sex change operation and becoming a swan. That's what he's thinking about. I wish I hadn't thought of that. You're in a good mood. We've got a good show for you tonight. We have Mr. Martin Mull, who is here. Funny young man, comedian Jerry Seinfeld is here with us. And if you like puzzles and bizarre things that are almost impossible to explain, we have a gentleman who is the puzzle editor of Omni magazine, Scott Morris, with us tonight to show you a bunch of interesting things. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Okay. We are back. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, guys. Good to see you. I'm happy to get back. You know something? I am happy to get back to work.
Me too.
I get antsy after a couple of weeks. I really do.
I look forward to it. It's great. But I have a statistic for you. You
Well,
said you're happy to get back to work.
Yeah.
Tonight's show,
Yes.
since you've taken over as host, star, is number 5,507 Tonight program.
You're kidding.
No. That's something?
I don't believe it.
5,508, I've just checked.
508.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
that means another 10 years, I guess I get to watch from NBC. They're tough. You got to put in about 31 years.
A long time.
Anyway.
Yes.
That's all right. I got plenty of time. Don't worry.
Well, I can happen.
Okay, Bob, you're on Tuesdays now.
That can happen. When you're doing these public service spots, sometimes you have to be very careful to get them exactly right.
Yeah,
They
let me
can
explain.
be.
We have to do this. Forget our regular show. We have to pause here because you know what public service announcements are. You see them on television. They're usually a celebrity doing a pitch for the USO or hospital fund or Keep America Green or whatever.
Yes.
And they're public service announcements. And we all done them.
Sure.
Who have you done them for?
I've done them for the zip code. I've
Boy
done them for the
Scouts.
Boy
Yeah.
Scouts.
Yeah.
The forest fire.
They sent some today, and I was supposed to do this afternoon, and we got busy
Well,
with
the rehearsal went long, so you didn't have a chance to do them.
Doc and the band took a lot of time.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to do these now. The way it works, these agencies send over the copy. We put them on cue cards. And so I haven't had a chance to look these over. But these are various public service announcements for various organizations.
You get paid for this. This is something you do just because you want to do it.
Because I'm a good human being.
Sure.
So if you don't mind, we're going to... Kevin, you want to slate these and we'll take them? How many we have? I think 5 or 6?
5 or 6, yeah.
Public service announcements?
Public service announcement, take one, number 1.
You ready?
Yes.
Hi, this is Johnny Carson. It wasn't too many years ago that women and minorities were denied the right to vote. Fortunately, that time has passed. But there's still one neglected group in our society that can't legally vote. I'm talking about dead people. If you're as concerned as I am about justice and equality, send the names of your dead friends and relatives to the really silent majority, Chicago, Illinois. Remember, a dead body is a terrible vote to waste.
Very good.
Public service announcement number 2, take 1.
Thank you, Kevin. You know, with all the bad news for America around the world these days, I'm sorry to have to report some more. This is Johnny Carson with shocking news for all true blue, red-blooded Americans. Did you know that the very richest men in the world are not Americans? That's right. The richest men in the world are Greek shipbuilders and, yes, even Hong Kong merchants. If this news makes your American blood boil as much as it does mine, there is something you can do. Let's all join hands in a national effort to make an American, Tommy Newsom, the richest man in the world. There are 225 million Americans out there. If every one of you would send in just $10, less than $1 a month, you'd have the pride that comes with knowing that one of your countrymen, a real live nephew of your Uncle Sam, is the richest man in the world. Send your $10 today to the Tommy Newsom Richest Man in the World Fund, NBC, Burbank, California. Thank you. Well, I mispronounced nephew, but we can pick that up after the show.
Yeah.
And do it. Okay.
Okay. Public service announcement number 3, tape 1.
Johnny Carson here to talk about a crime not often discussed in polite society. I'm talking about lumberjacks who use innocent woodland animals as a frisbee. Next time you stroll through a forest and you spot men in plaid shirts tossing a furry creature, turn them in. Contact Beaver Heavers.
Public service announcement number 4, take 1.
Hi, this is Johnny Carson reminding all you parents out there the summer vacation is just around the corner. Why send your kids to the usual boring summer camp? Let's face it. Is learning how to make a leather Indian belt or how to row a canoe going to help your child in the future? Of course not. Why not afford your child a unique opportunity to spend a few months in a real guerrilla training camp in Libya? That's right. The little tykes will learn something that can really come in handy in later life, like how to toss a hand grenade into a speeding Jeep, or how to lob a mortar shell through the cafeteria window of an imperialist embassy. The camp's filling up quickly, so send in an application today and help your child learn that there's a big, wide, wonderful third world out there. Contact Camp Gaddafi. Tripoli. Thank you.
Public service announcement number 5, take 1.
A couple more. Hi, this is Johnny Carson asking, you have a daughter who's a really good-looking chick. Well, you may be able to change her life and improve your financial status, because Prince Andrew is looking for a new girlfriend. Just drop a nude photo of your little nymphette in a self-addressed stamped envelope and mail it to Royal Affair, Buckingham Palace, London.
Public service announcement number 6, take 1.
Hello. This is Johnny Carson asking if you know the leading cause of accidents in restaurants. The answer may surprise you. It's leaving the restroom with your fly open. That's right. Each year, millions of Americans are embarrassed, are scalded by soup, hassled by head waiters, and laughed at by busboys. The National Safety Council reminds you to zip up America. Okay, that takes care of our public service announcement. We, of course, will send those to those various groups, and they'll have them tomorrow for national broadcast. Tonight, we have Mr. Martin Mull, Jerry Seinfeld, and Scott Morris, the puzzle editor from Omni Magazine. Fascinating stuff. We'll be right back. We are back.
I haven't seen you now. It's been almost about 2 weeks. I must comment on your outfit. That really looks nice. Is that kind of like a designer fashion? What is it?
Johnny Carson suit, yes.
Oh, okay.
My first guest is the star of a new series on another network, as they say. Who are they? Called Domestic Life. He's also about to open another exhibition of his paintings. He's a very talented painter. On May 2nd, at the L.A. Institute of Contemporary Art, would you welcome Martin Mull? Well, Mr. Mull, how are you?
I'm very well. How
You
are you?
look
That was
well.
funny, the PSAs.
You like that? Have you ever done any of those?
Oh, Lord.
Everybody gets those to do, and
Yeah.
we do a certain amount.
The worst thing was when I was promoting my show that I can't mention on another network, there were things like, hi, this is Martin Mull. It's really fun in life, but measles are no fun for some people. That kind of thing where you have to bring it way down, or something. But a death in the family can ruin your Sunday night, that kind of thing.
So how's the show going? All right?
I think it's iffy right now. I don't think we have
What's
to
that
pick out
mean?
a stone, but I don't think we have to pick out furniture either. So.
Well, you've been through this before, haven't you?
First series ever.
Well, that's right. Of course, the other one went on to Fernwood tonight.
That went on forever.
Yeah.
Or it seemed like it to most people.
No, that's right. Anyway, you are a painter, and a good painter.
Thank you. That's my main thrust. That was what I studied.
Was that what you wanted to do? Do you consider yourself more of a painter than... You consider yourself an entertainer who paints or a painter who entertains? That sounds like David Frost, no doubt.
Great question. Gee, that's terrific.
Well, I'll answer both of you. I'd say probably, in all honesty, and this sounds like like being an ingrate or something, but more of a painter who does the entertainment industry.
I see.
And the thing is, that's because I think there's a lot of people that would like to be in the entertainment industry. And if you say, oh yeah, I work down there, what, I make $8 grand for one night? People go, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They think that's the best thing in the world or something.
Right.
They don't realize you take home $40 at that.
Right.
But,
Or 20.
or 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you have my old age. But it's the idea that every painter I know has to have a day gig.
Yeah.
You either, you say, if you meet Willem de Kooning or Jackson Pollock,
Right.
and they're driving a cab, it doesn't mean they're a cab driver. They're doing that to support their painting.
What was your opinion when you first saw Jackson Pollock? Be honest. Now, he's recognized now as one of the great abstract, and it brought that form of painting. But, when you first saw it, you like abstraction?
I do.
Yeah.
It's not what I do at all, but I can appreciate it for its formal
Because people always look at
reasons.
something and say, what is it? And it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. That's about it. Yeah. And either enjoy it or you don't.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I'm really enjoying
Is this great
No, no.
entertainment?
This is really, boy, I'm glad to come back.
Well, that's true, though. That's the only way to put it. It is what you perceive it to be.
Right. Well, Jackson Pollock was a guy who just dripped.
That's right.
He just threw paint and dripped. You've seen it. How many of you have seen it?
Jackson Pollock. He hangs in the Metropolitan,
Well, you can see he's doing well.
and he's the best known of them, yes.
He's not hitting percentage. But I like it. I like it a lot, but I pursue my own kind of thing.
If I came to you and said, Martin, and forget that we know each other.
Okay.
We'd be looking for a deal. I said, Martin, I want to buy one of your paintings. Say couch size. I always like people who buy couch size paintings. You ever see those ads in the paper? Beautiful couch size painting, like you go get something to match the couch.
Nothing over $19.95.
That's right. Couch size. What would the price range would we be discussing? I don't want to embarrass you and be
Well, first of all, you make it so personal that obviously the first instinct would be, honest to God, Johnny, really, you can have it for free.
Okay.
Now, if Ed came,
Oh, if I can. What would it cost me?
Ed, we're talking, what do you make a year?
We're talking about world-class money here?
Yeah, we're talking world. The paintings go, I'll tell you something interesting about pricing paintings, and something I just remembered a while ago. When I was in art school, I was a dormitory monitor, which meant you handed out the sheets on Wednesday night and made sure nobody burned their room, that kind of thing. And for that, you got a few bucks off of your tuition and a place to stay. And there was a lovely little person there. There was a Japanese fellow who was making beautiful etchings, and I thought, well, this is great. The guy's 19 years old, doesn't have 5 cents to his name. He's done this wonderful etching. I got 25 bucks. I'm going to get this son of a gun.
Right.
So I said, I'll have that. I'd like to buy that for $25. He goes, oh, no. He said, You are asking for my treasure. You must give me your treasure. So $25 was out of the question, and I said something about remember Pearl Harbor and walked out of the room.
40 minutes place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he was shorter, I could stand up to him.
So you haven't really answered the question. I don't mean to embarrass you.
They go for anywhere between a really good friend getting a great deal and about $5,000 to $6,000 a piece.
5,000 to 6,000?
Yeah.
Suppose I don't want a background. You know, just
No sky.
no sky, no sky, and forget the sofa size,
Chair size.
chair size type of thing. No sky, no background, and one coat.
Well, I got an ottoman size with no frame. You
Okay,
interested?
let's talk about that. We'll take a break. We'll be back here to Art City. We're back talking with Martin Mull. Artiste. Everyone is either a frustrated painter, you are a talented painter, or a frustrated musician, and everybody thinks they have that inherent talent, which they really don't have. I think you have to have a natural eye for being art. I don't think you can take lessons. You know, like that little matchbook cover you keep seeing coming out. Draw this figure.
Yeah.
Now, it's been out for 108 years.
Really? Do you really think that? Or do you think that people can learn it?
I think you can learn the mechanics of composition and drawing like you can learn mechanical engineering, you know, and anatomy. I don't think you can learn inward feeling about art. I don't mean to be heavy here, but, you know, there was a famous case years ago, the famous Dutch artist, the name now escapes me, not Van Gogh.
Rembrandt.
That somebody else ripped off, and they forged
Walter
him.
Keane.
No, not Walter Keane.
No.
Vermeer? Was it
Vermeer?
Vermeer, wasn't it?
Peter will know. That's
Vermeer. In other words, there were these Vermeers hanging in museums all over the world, in England, and they had authenticated them. Now, it turned out they were not done by Vermeer, but were a forgery. Now they had an interesting case. The question was the guy who did them a great artist? They were authenticated by, I think the British Museum had some, and there were like 14 of these so-called Vermeers, but done by somebody else, and so good. Now, the question was that artist truly a great artist? Were those paintings...
Well, let's put it in another vernacular in terms of art, and let's even take some liberty with the term art, and we'll talk about television. And that is on, we'll call it the XBC network. We'll make one up, okay? There's a show called My Mother, the Car.
Yes,
And it's a big hit.
I remember that show.
You know that next year, there's going to be a show called My Uncle, the Limo on the other network.
Right.
Which might even be better.
Yes. Okay.
Does that complicate the argument here?
Yes, it muddies it. It muddies it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's an extraneous thing.
Now, you're all going to vote, right?
Would you be interested in what the court decided? Or what they said about this man?
Yes.
They said, no, he wasn't. He was a great technician, a great engineer, but he didn't have the soul. In other words, he was copying somebody else's impression of something. Where Vermeer saw the beauty or whatever it was what he was painting, this guy was simply duplicating that. And while he was a good technician, he was not truly a great artist because the soul didn't come through.
I'll buy that.
Would you buy that?
Yeah, I'll go with the judge.
I don't know why I brought that up, but that's just was interesting.
Now, to me, it's very important, though, that you do what you want to do. Like, the pictures I make are very silly. I'm sorry?
It's just like it is what it is. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, and hey, your space, my space, Ed's space.
Right. I know where you're coming from.
Okay, I hear you.
Right. Right on.
No, my pictures are...
Now, can I show them what you do? You do dogs. You have a thing about dogs.
I try to do the kind of little things that, like, little old ladies have on their shelves, like little ceramic dogs or dollhouse furniture and things like that.
Well, it's better than clowns on black velvet.
But, yes, thank you. But the origin is from very close to that. You remember those little postcards you used to get of, it's the kitty cat's moving day?
Oh, yes.
Remember that? Or here are the dogs playing poker. I think that's the one we've all seen, etc. That stuff is just as popular as hell. You know? And I figure...
Why not jump?
Why do just a big yellow circle over a red ball, you know, when people don't know what that is? Let's go with the stuff they know dogs playing poker, or in this case, a nice dog taking a bath.
I like this.
Do you?
Yes, this is an oil, isn't it?
No, that's actually an acrylic, very similar to oil.
Well, I wouldn't have noticed from this. Should have had this framed. There, you see? Oh, I like that. That's very, very nice.
Thank you.
Well done. It's almost photorealistic.
Yeah, it is kind of photorealistic.
Almost photorealistic.
That one's going to belong to Steve Martin, actually, wants to buy that one.
Is that right?
Yeah, he has 9 of my pictures.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, was that one of those friend financial arrangements, or was that...
I'd like to think it was simply appreciating the work. I think probably it was a friend financial arrangement.
Can I get this without the rug?
Yeah. Or a different rug.
Or just put in just a one-tone...
A plain rug?
Yeah, just like a nylon pile.
And you don't need you don't want the plumbing.
No, you can forget that. Take out and just put a one-tone rug in there.
You got it.
And no faucets.
Okay.
Then we got a deal. We'll be back right after this. Jeff Seinfeld is here, and Scott Morris is here. They're all here. I mentioned just a moment ago, Jeff Seinfeld is going to be out, and Jeff is not going to be out. Jerry Seinfeld is going to be, not Jerry Seinfeld, John Seinfeld. Let's bring out Jackie Shecky and forget the whole thing. No, it's my fault. Jerry's been with us before, and he's a bright young comedian from Long Island, New York. Appears frequently at the Improvisation in Hollywood and at the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach. Would you welcome Jerry Seinfeld?
Thank you very much. Well, I made it again. I did it. I got through another wedding. Earlier this year, I went to a wedding. It was a big thrill. I was best man at the wedding. And that was my first time ever doing that. Now, I was walking down the aisle, and I'm thinking about this best man. It's pretty, I mean, I was flattered, of course. I think it's a little too much. I think we ought to have the groom and a pretty good man. Quite a guy. I think that should cover it. I mean, after all, if I'm the best man, why is she marrying him? Best is best. Of course, the thrill of being best man was nothing compared to the thrill of renting a tuxedo. It's nothing like wearing an outfit that's already been worn by 80 different high school kids on the most exciting night their glands have ever dreamed of. You know, I'm walking around. I went to put my hands in the pockets. I think I'll just leave them outside. The keys in one hand, the wallet in the other. Terrific affair. Had the rental shoes. You know those tuxedo rental shoes with the nuclear shine on them? A sunny day, if you angle them right, you can kill bugs. It's like a laser. Couldn't believe the groom got married in rented shoes, you know. I just thought that was like, the guy's making a commitment for a lifetime. His shoes had to be back by 5:30. To me, it's like going bowling if you rent shoes. You know, I'd be afraid I was up at the altar, big 8.5 on the back of my heel. I'd like to get married sometime, some way, somehow. I don't know how you do it. Women, I love women, although I'm frightened of their bathrooms. Boy, when they crank up some of that equipment, I don't even want to see what you're doing with some of the, like, you know what I'm afraid of? The hot curlers in that plastic thing with the spikes on them. That's a scare. I mean, do you put those in with your hands or you launch them out of the box? Boy. I guess once you got the curlers in your hair, you can cook potatoes on those things. They maximize your time. The other thing that's happening in women's bathrooms is a lot of cotton balls. A lot of cotton balls. I'm just curious because I myself have never needed a cotton ball. I've never had a cotton ball, never bought a cotton ball. Never been in a situation where I thought, I could use a cotton ball right now. And women, they need thousands of them every single day. They buy these bags of them like peat moss bags. Steel straps, they drop them on the lawn with a forklift truck. 2 days later, they're out. They gotta get more. I had like 4 cotton balls once. Women left 4 cotton balls over my house. I had to rack my brains to get rid of them. I would go into the kitchen, I'd drop one on the floor like a little tumbleweed, you know. I thought maybe cockroaches would think it's a, you know, dead town and move on. Actually, one time I brought one of the cotton balls to a doctor because I knew he was going to give me a shot, you know, and I had like 3 to go to get rid of them, you know, and I knew he was going to give me that little alcohol on the arm, so I just said, could you use this one? I know you got your own, I'm just trying to use them up. You know. Took a penny off on my bill, and he gave me a prescription. I took that home, opened up the bottle, there's another cotton ball in there. But life has its moments. I've always said that. I was in New York recently. I always make a lot of pay phone calls in New York because I'm on the street, you know. And so I made a pay phone. This probably happened to everybody. You make a pay phone call, go overtime on the call. As you're walking away from the phone, the operator calls you back. I love this moment because you've got the phone company right where you want them for the first time. Right? There's nothing they can do. And I've seen people run away from the phone. You ever see that? They go, come on, it's ringing, let's get out of here. Like the phone booth is gonna go, hey, wait a minute, pal. I always let it ring a few times, let her sweat it out. Then I pick it up, give her a hard time. Yeah, operator, I've got the money. Oh, I've got the money right here. You hear that? Tap, tap, that's a quarter. I didn't think the connection was that good. You interrupted me a couple of times. Maybe we should take something off of that. I'm gonna think about this whole thing. Why don't you call me back? I don't know. I'll be in the general area. Ring them all. What do I do?
That's really marvelous material.
Oh, thank you.
It really is.
Thank
very
you.
original and very funny, and you're talking about things that everybody can relate to.
Cotton balls. Somebody's got to talk about it.
You know, it's like wire coat hangers.
Yeah.
They breed at night. You can keep throwing them away. And you go to the closet the next day, and there are more wire hangers.
That's right.
Where do they come from?
I don't know where they come from. Well, the paper ones. I was having a rip. Why do they put the paper on the hangers from the dry cleaner? Is that supposed to help us? Are we supposed to take notes on that?
I don't know. Advertising, I suppose.
Yes, I guess so.
So how are things going?
Very good. Very good. I have a birthday coming up Sunday. I'm 30. It's
Oh, that's pretty
you
young.
know, that's a big one. The only thing I hate about birthdays, no matter what age you are, people always say, getting up there. I'm just tired of that.
Yeah.
Getting up there. You know, oh, you're getting up there. You're 5. You know, you're getting up there. That's got to end eventually. I mean, well, I'm 110 today. You're there.
You'll be out there and beyond.
Yeah. But I'm having a good time.
That's great. I get
Death can end it.
Yeah.
Death can end it. You could be down there.
Well, somebody once said, death is nature's way of telling you somebody wants to use the tennis court. Maybe true. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Scott Morris is here. My next guest is the games editor for Omni Magazine. He's also the author of a book called Omni Games, which features some of the breast boom teeners.
You said breast.
I said breast, and you all heard it. Some of the best brain teasers in the world. Would you welcome Scott Morris? Let's get Scott out. You have some wonderful stuff in Omni Magazine. You have driven me absolutely to distraction with some of those puzzles, and you always think they're tricky, and it just has to do, I guess, with logic. But I quoted one on the air, I think, a few weeks ago. Didn't you have one on there? One of the questions was, why are manhole covers round?
Yeah.
No, that sounds like it.
There's the silly answer, which is because manholes are round.
That's right.
And
but
then
there is another answer.
There's a serious answer.
Why manhole covers are round? And I remember I got one of them right. I didn't get the other. One, because they're easy to roll to where they're going. The second reason is they can't fall through the hole, and square ones would.
Square ones would fall through. If they turned them on the diagonal, they'd fall through.
You see? Stuff like that. It'll
So-
drive you nuts. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, in my April
You have
column,
something about impossible stuff.
we also did a few months ago, years ago, you did the 3 red hats, which
yes,
drove people
that's
crazy.
wonderful.
We will not do that.
People still do not understand
I
that.
still get telephone calls when that show is repeated.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Great puzzle.
The April column, I have a series of things I call impossible objects. These are what I call the Museum of the Impossible. Now,
right.
Many people have heard about this. This is a pear
A pear
in a brandy bottle.
in a brandy bottle, a full size. From out here, it looks like a full
Put up
size.
some more bottles here.
It looks like a full size pear in a bottle with a neck obviously too small. Now, was that grown in there? Is that
That's one of the theories.
theories that you put
I
a small
get-
pear in there and it grew?
That yes, I get a lot of people say, well, they dehydrate the pear, they drop it in, and they add
It's not
water.
a bad explanation.
Another group says, well, they heat the neck, and the neck expands. They drop the pear in. Others say that the bottle's been cut, either down the side.
Is this
or
an
the
optical
bottom.
illusion?
No, it's really in the bottle.
It is in the bottle.
And you hit on the correct answer. It is grown in the bottle. In fact, I've got a photograph to show the audience.
Oh, I see. In other words, you actually look what they did.
If
you put a bottle over the pear growing on the tree.
On the tree. In other words, if you go through the orchards in France and Italy at the right time of year, you see, for the whole growing season, bottles wired to the trees.
So the fruit grows
So the
right
fruit
inside
grows
the bottle.
inside. They then cut it off. When it's much bigger than the neck, take it and add the brandy, sterilize the bottle, and market it.
Interesting concept. Now you have one with a small Rubik's Cube, obviously in a bottle,
Yeah,
with the neck much smaller than the cube. Okay. Now, obviously, this doesn't grow. This was assembled in the bottle?
Yeah. Bob Easter of San Francisco did this for me. He basically...
It's the way they build ships in bottles. They
Yeah.
put them in and then they pull this...
If you've ever taken a Rubik's Cube apart, each of these little cubes is part of it. And
then
he filled the bottle up to about here with sand, coarse sand, glass beads, so that he had a platform to work on right here.
I got it.
And then just with tweezers of his own invention and
together.
several tools, put it
Okay.
together inside.
Now we have here...
Oh, I have a story about that. That Rubik's Cube was given to a professor of mathematics at Lawrence Livermore Labs
Right.
in California, Harry Nelson, who came to work one Monday morning to find the cube had been scrambled inside the bottle. Someone over the weekend had played a trick on him.
Well, that would drive you crazy.
Yeah.
That'd drive you crazy. Now we have here a Coke bottle with a wooden arrow with obviously two rather large things on the end. And you say, how is that possible that could be placed in there? Okay. There it is. The arrow. The old arrow through the bottle. Was it carved? No, that wouldn't make any sense. It hasn't been...
I'm not going to tell. I'll let you work on it.
It hasn't been added to or glued. I mean, this piece wasn't put
He
through.
assures me, Gary Fauché,
It is all one
assures
piece.
me that there's no glue marks that are undetectable.
I think
and
I
that
know.
there's
I
no-
think I know what they did. Well, let me take a guess. They put this in hot water, very hot water, and compressed it, and then put it through, and it expanded.
Very good theory.
Would that work?
Yeah.
Is that the way they did it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm not trying to be boy genius, but that's the only thing I can think of is that.
Gary didn't want me to tell, but since you got it, I have to
Is that
admit
really it?
I've gotten, in the April issue of Omni, I did not tell how this was done or how this was done. I basically said I want my readers to give me their
And I
theories,
hit
and
on
in
this.
coming months I will tell you. The
that
most
what-
common theory I got on that, the false theory, was that he grew the trees through them, and that if you went out to his
waited.
backyard, you'd find all the trees with Coke bottles on them.
Here's another one that has a dowel with like about an inch and a half screw through the dowel, through there,
Horizontally.
through there. You see that?
Now, the most common theory about this is that there's some kind of a hole that goes straight down the center.
Not true.
And you can see there is none. The most common theory I get from my readers was that this screw is not a solid piece, but is in two halves, and that you push it through the neck and the two halves pop out.
Not true, huh?
That's not true
That's
either.
not
It is a
true.
solid screw.
Okay.
And the answer is...
I'm sorry. That one baffles me.
That's
All right.
amazing.
I don't.
Let me show you some others.
I remember a magic trick once where you put a quarter inside of a Coke bottle. That was a pure magic trick, or a half dollar.
Yeah,
But that was something else. That was a gimmick.
Well, we're having a contest now, a $300 grand prize, in which I'm asking my readers to send more impossible things.
Okay, what do we got?
And I have. Well, this is just, I made this out of Carson Production stationery backstage.
Alrighty.
This is a piece of your paper, and you can see that this flap here is enough to fill these two rectangular areas.
That's true.
And yet, how could it go down there? You can see there's no tape, no glue, no staples or anything.
Oh, wait a second.
How could that fit? Now, I will ask you to let me handle it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because
I didn't mean to.
there's a reason.
What you're saying
it's
is-
very easy to accidentally
What
solve
you're
it.
saying is that.
How can this fit in both sides? It's called the hypercard.
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking you not to touch is because it's very easy to solve it accidentally without knowing how you solved it, just by twisting it.
Of course it is. Yes.
And when I show you, your reaction will be, I can't believe it's so simple.
Did you cut it with the screw in the bottle?
Obviously, it is not glued on there. You say, all right, that.
They did.
You want to show you?
Yes.
It is
Yes,
so simple. It's just one piece of paper.
Right.
That's all. Your mind assumed that this surface is the same as this surface because you've got a nice rectangle there.
We'll be right back. You know, we've got other things we want to do tonight, Scott. You've got to come back another night. This stuff is really fascinating, and we've got some upside-down pictures of some of us on the show.
I'd be happy
Would
to.
you come back with us?
Love
And
it.
we got some puzzles here. Good night. Thank you. I'm humbled by that applause.
Here's Johnny.
Come on, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I suppose we got to do a show, huh? Let me tell you something. The oddest thing just happened to me. Seriously. Standing behind that curtain, I was seized with this overwhelming urge to vote. Are you as glad as I am that those damn elections are over? Gee. One more of those political commercials and I wouldn't have voted for anybody. I think we should bring in capital punishment the next time they run those ads. How many of you watched the news last night where they tried to make the results exciting?
Yeah.
CBS started like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. By 8 o'clock, everybody was all over.
Yeah.
And poor Dan Rather tried to give you the idea that it was just exciting as could be for 4 hours. And in desperation last night at 8 o'clock, Dan Rather projected that Raul Montagna would be the new McDonald's Employee of the Month. I'm telling you. It was nutty. A few surprises. A great day for the Democrats. I mean, I'm not. I don't take political stand. The Republicans lost both houses. Big deal. I lost 3. What am I laughing at? Well, you got to keep your sense. Republicans, as you know, lost their majority in the Senate. Yeah, Reagan has not seen so many vacated seats since they used to play his movies. Well, hold it. I'm too old to be drafted. What's the deal? Now, the president has 2 more years in office. Now he has no control of the Senate or the House. That makes him what they call a lame duck president. Now, do you know what a lame duck president really means? That means in the next 2 years, George Bush will tell Ronnie to get his own coffee in Danish. A lame duck. Of course, there were elections all over the country in lots of states. I understand here in California that Tom Bradley and the California Angels have a time-sharing plan on a case of champagne. It's, who knows? Now, the suspense is mounting. Everybody is now waiting for the California Governor, Duke Majan, to make the big appointment. Chief Justice Joseph Wapner to the California Supreme Court. Now, the big race out in California was Ed Shaw versus Senator Alan Cranston, who's had about 5 terms as a senator, and then Cranston got it. And Shaw, is that pronouncing it correct?
Yes.
Ed, as they said in the commercials, Shaw. It's a weird name, Shaw. It's something that Vanna White would spell while drunk. Here in California, English was voted the official language of California. But they had to print the ballot in Spanish so the voters could read it. True. Come on. Right? Now, I don't know what the hell that law means. What are you going to do? You're walking down the street, you're speaking Spanish, they revoke your tonsils? English is the official language. What's the difference? You know what it does? It makes the soundtracks of all Sylvester Stallone movies illegal. Look, no, I'm telling you, California is a weird state. For example, I'll tell you. The garbanzo bean was voted the silliest salad bar ingredient. Didn't you know the cherry tomato conceded this morning? Wally George, you know the name? Beat out the macadamia as the state nut. We're talking. I'm telling you, folks, in California, they have some weird propositions on the ballot. Did you vote Proposition
Yes.
G?
What was that?
Was defeated. It would have made it illegal to make quiche into shapes that would arouse your prurient interest. Proposition Z, soundly beaten. Z would have made it a crime to watch Gilligan's Island in colorization. Proposition, I got more of these. Proposition 36, that won easily. Yeah. That would declare airline food to be a deadly weapon. I voted, and I'm sure you did, for Proposition O. It puts a ceiling of 200 on the number of talk shows from Los Angeles. 200. The president got some criticism. How many of you got a telephone call? A pre-recorded telephone call from President Reagan? He got criticized. He made it a pre-recorded call. They just called numbers at random, and it was a record. And they said, "Hi, this is Ronald Reagan. I'm taking a nap now, but when you hear the beep..." vote Republican. And he got criticized for that. It was so easy for him that I understand that he's going to pre-record his last 2 years in office and just go directly to the ranch. Anyway, it's over. We got a good shot. I was out of town for a while. How'd the Red Sox do? Sorry I brought that up. Anyway, tonight we've got a real good show for you tonight. Mr. Burt Reynolds is with us. A very inventive, troubled comedian. All comedians are troubled. Dick Shawn is with us tonight. And a lovely girl whom I have not met. She is a Chinese actress, very pretty. She's rather tall, has been in a number of movies. Her name is Shakti, and she will be with us later. And whatever. So thanks for coming. We'll be right back. Thank you. No. We are back. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if elected. And if elected, I promise this great country. Wow.
Wait, ooh, there's enough of that.
You ever seen such negative campaigning in your life?
Dirtiest campaign I ever remember.
People that accuse each other of treason,
Right.
you know, kicking their mother, you know, running over Lassie with a pickup. I mean, nobody talks anymore about the issues.
No.
They simply just, this man is for toxic drinking water to kill your children. I mean, gee. And they spent, you know what they spent on the election here in Southern California for the Senate between Cranston and Ed Shaw? $20.5 million. Just in that, that's a local, a statewide campaign. It worked out to $3.75 per voter. How many would like the $3.75 back? Can you imagine? That's big bucks.
Big bucks.
It costs a lot of money to run for political office, and somewhere along the line, I shouldn't get political, but they've got to set a limit on what people can spend. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I think in England sometimes there's a period of electioneering, something like 6 or 8 weeks before the campaign. That's it.
Mm.
They do 6 or 8 weeks, and it's over. Here we do it for a whole year, and you get so confused you don't know what the hell is going on. Anyway, welcome back. What did
Thank
you
you,
do
sir.
this time off?
I was just on my boat, just tooling around.
Yacht.
Or my yacht, or you call it a yacht. I was on the yacht. I went down to Long Beach.
Oh, what
Big trip.
What
That's
a long
big trip for me, yes.
You went from Marina del Rey to Long Beach?
All the way down to Long Beach.
Wow.
That's a big
Magellan would be so proud of you.
You know I have adventurous spirit.
Out on the old storm-tossed seas, huh?
That's right.
Marina del Rey to Long Beach. What is that, a mile and a half?
2.5-hour trip. It's
2.5-hour
major
trip. We only go 9 knots.
Well, what difference does it make? It was
Didn't
fun.
you piloted the boat?
Absolutely.
Yourself?
Yes.
You didn't have a captain?
Oh, I have a skipper.
You had a captain to go. Magellan, I mean,
I know we were out there by myself. It's wet out there.
Wow. Well, luckily you didn't hit bad weather.
No, that's right. Now, what did you do?
What are you about, 50, 60 feet offshore all the time?
No, way offshore. What did you do?
What's the longest trip you've taken in this boat?
I went to Catalina.
That's 20 miles.
Where am I supposed to go, to Hawaii? I don't have time to go to Hawaii.
You're Catalina, I suppose, on radar? I mean, you're 20... You can see
4.5
Catalina. You
hours.
can see Catalina from the coast. Anyway, I kid you.
Yeah, I know. You kid me.
What did you
do?
I watched you driving down to Catalina. I stood up and
Had the binocs out?
I stood up at Point Doom in Malibu saying, look at that boat down there going clear to Long Beach. What a thrilling trip. I suppose you went by celestial navigation.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Don't make a trip that way at night. No. That's really dangerous.
No.
Anyway,
So
we were off for a week, and it probably is just as well because this show was preempted, which means we were not seen in many parts of the country several nights during the World Series. We were preempted last night because of the election coverage. Nevertheless, we had to do a show each one of those nights. because if the World Series had ended earlier, the game
Right.
hadn't gone long, we'd have had to be prepared to go on. And as often the case, some of those shows are the best shows
Yeah, isn't that funny how that works out?
we have ever done in our life.
It's amazing. It always works out.
And you missed really some of the great moments we had, I guess, for the past decade.
Yeah. It's a shame, too.
Now,
isn't
what
it?
I wanted to do, I wanted to pull some of those excerpts out from those tapes where we couldn't do it because financially, if we show 1 minute out of any one of those shows, we have to pay everybody, including all of the crew, the musicians, whether they appear on the show or not, and it's prohibitively expensive. But there's nothing to prevent me from telling you about some of the things,
Yeah.
except your disinterest, of course. Let me tell you some of the things that we actually did that we have on tape we couldn't show you. White House Chief of Staff Donald Reagan walked on carrying the America's Cup and made everyone in the audience fill it up. I know, it sounds crude, but the Harlem Globetrotters were on the show with Reverend Pat Robertson. And they did slam dunks through his halo.
You didn't miss that.
Jane Fonda made a rare appearance on this show. We were preempted. Jane weighs 240 pounds and revealed that it's not really her on those workout tapes. It's actually Richard Simmons in a wig and a push-up bra. If only we could have shown these things. Imelda Marcos came out dressed as a lumberjack, chopped down a redwood, and made 147,000 shoe trees. You know Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight? She was here, broke down, you'll remember this, and admitted she is able to smile for the entire half hour by sitting on Mary Lou Retton's supercharged battery. This was a real coup for the show. The entire Nicaraguan Contra Army came on our stage and announced they're only fighting because they heard Bristol Myers plans to take the miracle whitening crystals out of New Blue Cheer. A wordy joke, but it sounds nice. Lee Iacocca confessed that for years he's been mistreating his next-door neighbor's fat son by forcing him to ride in his car as an airbag. How many of you know columnist George Will? Conservative columnist George Will showed up and claimed he does not wear a bow tie, but it's actually a clip-on Adam's apple. Michael J. Fox. Yes. Was here. Hiked to the top of Lonnie Anderson and sang Little Sir Echo into her cleavage. One night, Doc was out ill. This is hard to believe. Yes. Pope John Paul II came in and led the band. Lest you do not believe me, he left this behind. And also, you know how you kick off the band?
Yes.
This was his cue card to kick off the band. Unos, duo, tres.
What a night that was.
Two props. Two props. Prop. Prop in the front. Pope is coming here next year. Did you see that? We're going to make 39 speeches.
8 cities in 8 days.
39 major speeches, though. How do you do that? Okay. What?
You talk like this.
You talk very fast, yes. And he talks in many languages, right?
Yes.
Okay, Sir Francis Drake. We're going to Long Beach. Okay, yes, I know, Fred. We got to run along. We have a big show here.
A new sponsor.
With dignity, let us welcome Magnavox, makers of the universal remote for virtually any TV, VCR, and cable system. My first guest tonight needs no big introduction. He is one of the most, if not the most popular movie star in the world, and a good friend. He's just finished 2 movies. Burt's busy. One of them is called Heat. The other is called Malone, and he'll soon be starring in a third. Do you have these 2 out yet? And he's already working on another one?
Right.
Oh, me. It's called Rent-A-Cop. He came here tonight. He's actually filming a movie while he's here tonight. Would you welcome Mr. Burt Reynolds?
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Isn't that nice? Now, before we start anything, unless you want to say something first.
Not a thing.
You remember about 10, 12, 14 years ago, how long ago when you did the Cosmopolitan, the famous Cosmopolitan?
35 years ago.
I knew you were going to say something.
It was 1973.
1973.
Yeah.
And things really broke wide open for
I
you.
beg your pardon?
Things broke wide open for your career.
Yeah.
You brought that, we showed it that night, and you were posed with your hand strategically placed, arm strategically placed. I stand, excuse me. Your arm strategically placed, right? And I said at the time, well, that's very nice, but if I'd have posed for that picture, I would have had to wear a catcher's mitt. You remember that? Jokingly. Next time you came on the show, and I've had this picture in my office all those years, wanting you to sign. Let me show you. This is true. This is what he came back with and presented me on the show. Me pasted my head on your body with a catcher's mitt.
Very nice.
And I want you to, later on, I want you to sign this for me.
I'd love to sign it. I'll sign the mitt.
What? Was that 73?
73.
God, 14 years ago.
Fortunately, I've had surgery on the body, and it's remained exactly the same.
You stay in good shape, don't you?
I work out every day.
Do you really?
No.
It's going to be one of these kind of nights with you, huh? But you do. Come on. Because last time you were here, you were practically traumatized because you just turned 50.
Mm-hmm.
And you were completely upset about this.
Well, just a little bit.
You call it a midlife crisis? I don't know how it could be. How many people live to be 100? You know, so... See, that's halfway between... Guys are 50, they always say it's midlife, and it's really more than 40 is about midlife. Am I talking too much?
No,
You want to jump in here any place you want.
Sure.
I mean...
No, I didn't think about it as a midlife crisis, actually. I am watching for liver spots every day. But I don't worry about that kind of stuff.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I think when you start panicking and buy yourself a Corvette or a sports car, you're getting a little panicky, you know.
You know, you're probably right. That's probably one of the reasons I bought the Corvette. Subconsciously. To be younger.
Well,
but I haven't.
It's very nice of you to admit that.
But I haven't gone to red suede jackets and that kind of stuff yet. You know, when you start wearing dead animals, why?
Yeah.
Dead animals. You know Marco Polo here?
Yes, I do. What a cruise! What a cruise!
Huh?
The love boat will be going next on.
That's right. They lost 4 men and they chopped the sea. You've only been here a couple of minutes. I've been doing all the talking, and I have to stop and sell something. So
well, I'll sell it for you. What is it?
Well, is this a new sponsor?
Let me see.
We see it's on the teleprompter.
Niblets corn. I eat it every day.
Did you ever have... You mentioned during the break you went and saw Ross and...
And Connie.
And Connie at Dante's?
Yeah, they were sensational.
Did you ever want to play in a big band? Did you ever have an urge to play an instrument in a big
I would like to do anything musical.
Yeah.
Because I've done 2 musicals and... Boy.
Well, no, you did the Peter Bogdanovich, At Long Last Love.
Yes, they play that on airplanes and people go right out the window. No parachute and everything. They just, right out.
It wasn't your happiest experience, huh?
Oh, I had a good time.
Yeah.
What did I know?
Yeah.
And then I did a film called Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Right.
I had a great time on that.
Yeah.
And it made a lot of money, but the critics didn't like it.
Well, what the critics like sometimes isn't always important. It is personally, I suppose.
I always felt those that can't teach and those that can't do either, review. That's what I feel, and I'll pay for that.
No.
What do I care?
You like to bait them like that. You turned down, now you did Cannonball 1, you made Cannonball 2.
Yeah.
I understand you passed on...
I turned down Cannonball
3.
Thank you.
We want that man's name and address.
That's right. It's probably an out-of-work actor that wants the job.
Yeah.
I turned it down, sign of maturity, I thought. You turned that down. And I recommended, they said, who do you think would do it?
I was going to ask.
I thought Mario Andretti. He looks good, he drives good.
Yeah.
That's all it requires. Just a good-looking driver.
Yeah.
Because you can't act too much in a car seat, you know. Nothing you can do, you can't move around.
Now, will they go ahead and make it anyway if you don't do it?
Sure, why not? I mean, what difference would I make?
Well, because you've made a difference. You're Burt Reynolds. You're not going to get Harry Bimbo to play. Who cares?
Harry Bimbo would be good, actually.
So you just passed on that.
I passed on that. And let's see, what else did I do that's mature?
You know what I thought I saw you on cable again the last week? Maybe I said this last time you were here. Deliverance. Yeah. You were that was a great picture. I mean that. That was a good, solid picture.
That was a lot of fun to make that picture.
Yeah. Scary picture. Unsettling, but well done.
Interesting man. He thought if you had a...
James Dickey.
Well, James Dickey was, he's very interesting too, but the character I played was a guy that if you didn't have a gun rack in your house, you were a fairy.
Naughty Pine Den and a flag in the corner.
Very strange guy.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've done that's very mature is I'm still in a relationship with the same woman for over...
Well, you see, now, I'm reluctant to ask something like that because I feel like one of those Hollywood reporters or something for a tabloid, and I hate to come out because I've known you a long time. And I hate to say, Burt, how's your relationship with Lonnie? It sounds, you know, first of all, it's none of my business, and you...
Don't ask me, though.
How are you getting along with Lonnie? It's one of your longer relationships, right?
It's over 5 years now. Which is a record for me.
Yes.
That anybody can put up with me that long is amazing. And I think it's a sign of maturity on both our parts.
Mm-hmm. But it's just still solid?
Sure. I mean, I do that little Sir Echo thing that you were talking about. That was not too classy a joke, you know, but once in a while, we have to appeal to everybody. There are a lot of people out there who say, hey, more of that stuff. Yes, I understand. I understand.
You've never really... Well, you must have considered...
I was married once.
I know that.
For about an hour and a half.
I know.
I didn't like it.
Did that episode sour you on the eventuality you might get married anyway?
Yes, I would say it made me paranoid.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, well, I'd like to get married again, but I'd like to make a success of it.
Yeah, I know. It's a very difficult thing to do. Well, no, don't joke it. I think that's the most difficult personal relationship in the entire world. It calls for a lot of tolerance and understanding and humor and large, vast sums of money. Not really. No, you see, I shouldn't do that either. You get and your mind starts to go wacko.
Yeah. Well, I think about marriage a lot, but I just watch you and I stop thinking about it.
I'm your idol. Okay. Somebody said you're writing your autobiography?
Yes, I'm writing. I figured it's time to
set it straight.
To write it straight, you know, because there's been so much stuff, written about me that's not only not true, but pretty cruel. So I thought I would write a book about myself, and I'd call it, well, I've had 3 or 4 titles.
Right.
I was going to call it My Life in Art, but there is no art in my life, so it's a silly title, And then I thought I'd like it to make money, so I thought maybe I'd call it Frank Sinatra's life story.
That's been done, yeah.
But that's been done.
That's right.
So now, and because unauthorized biographies are making so much money, I thought I'd call it an unauthorized biography.
By Burt Reynolds, yeah.
But now I'm going to call it My Side. It's just my side to everything.
Yeah, when's this coming out?
Well, I don't know. I'm just up to age 35 now.
See, I don't know whether you're writing this or not.
I am writing
I have no
this.
idea.
I am writing this. And it's great fun. It's terrific fun. And you're in the book.
Oh?
Oh, you're both in the book.
Really? Oh, great.
Yes.
Well, who's in it more? I mean, it doesn't make any difference, but I mean...
Well, there was
Sir Francis Drake or me, I mean...
There was a long boat ride I had.
Yes.
It's in the book.
Okay, we're gonna take a break here, and what? No, we'll do this first. We'll do whatever. We're gonna be back. Dick Shawn is here. Yeah, I have nothing. Okay, we're back. I have something interesting here. You mentioned that any good driver, if a guy can drive a car well, he could do Cannonball 3, right?
Absolutely.
Somebody suggested the California driver's test to see, since you've been in all these pictures. When's the last time you took the California driver's exam?
Well, you take it every 5 years.
All right. So you took it some years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
You want to try some of the questions? These are legitimate questions.
Sure.
Give it a shot.
Well, they're really hard, actually. Well, come on, aren't they hard?
Well, it's all right here. You got to. This is multiple choice.
Guy applauds when he wants me out of Cannonball
That's
3.
right.
No applause.
A pedestrian has the right of way at the corner. A, only when a crosswalk is marked. B, whether or not a crosswalk is marked, only when traffic signals are working.
Well,
This is. What do you mean? Don't yell these answers out, folks.
I think it's let's make a deal or something. I think in California, the pedestrian always has the right of way.
Whether or not the crosswalk is marked at all. You can actually be coming down in an elevator. If you see somebody in an elevator and you think he's going to cross the street,
Absolutely.
you have to stop.
You have to stop.
This is in New York, would they laugh at this?
Oh, yeah.
Get him, Harry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. When driving, you should stay at least A, 3/4 of a second behind the vehicle in front of you. B, 1 second behind the vehicle in front of you. C, 2 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you.
Well, I always stay in front of the vehicle.
Well, in case he got in front of you.
Couldn't happen.
You don't know which one?
Well, I mean, maybe your car could.
You
get in
don't
front
know
of me.
you don't know the answer to that, do you?
I would say B.
No. 2 seconds.
That was my other choice.
All right. Prima facie. What does prima facie mean?
That's a facelift.
Is that understood?
Face of things.
On the face,
On the
of,
face of
things.
things.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Prima facie speed limit in a business district
Business
is
district.
25 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, or 30 miles an hour.
Well, I would say 25 miles an hour.
You're right. You're right. Very good. Well, you would do all right on this right away.
Sure.
Well, this is one that a lot of people miss. 2 vehicles are approaching from opposite directions on a narrow mountain grade.
Ah.
The right-of-way should be granted to the vehicle going uphill, the vehicle going downhill, or the larger vehicle.
I would say the larger vehicle, but probably the guy coming downhill.
You're right.
Yeah.
No. The vehicle going uphill.
Well, that's a mistake.
Okay. That's why you got the job.
That's right.
You passed. 75. Okay. Dick Shawn will be here in a moment. Or a couple of minutes. So stay where you are. Okay, we're back. We're in a good mood tonight. Dick Shawn is here. Dick Shawn is one of those entertainers, comedians who doesn't follow any direct line at all. He does a lot of street. He can be very brilliant. His one-man show has won numerous awards. Dick will be performing this Sunday night at the Universal Amphitheater here in Hollywood. Will you welcome Dick Shawn?
Just around the corner, that's where I buy my fish. I love jazz. God, I love jazz. I want to thank Mr. Carson for allowing me to do my act. I don't get much of an opportunity to do my act anymore. I've been concentrating in the legitimate theater and doing very well. Last year, I did 4 Broadway shows in 12 weeks. But I'm doing a new one this winter. If you're in New York, please come to see it. It's never been done before. They're taking 2 former hits, combining them into one big musical. It's called Stop, Virginia Woolf, I Want to Get Off. That's a joke. It's not the truth. That's a joke. I do not do jokes. Milton Berle does jokes. He is the best joke teller of them all. I like to deal in curiosity and asking questions, not answers. There are no answers, but a lot of questions. Answers are come about every 10 years. Science discovered new. Oh, there's a new answer, but questions are always here. That's what I like to get into. To me, that's the real humor. At a recent seminar I attended, 3 members of the cloth discussing how did life begin? When does it really begin? Well, the minister stood up and said, I believe it begins at inception. The priest said, no, I believe it happens when the fetus is 2 months old. And the rabbi stood up and said, no, I believe life begins when the children leave home and the dog dies. You see, I'm talking about questions. The curiosity of the human brain. Look where it's gotten us. Anything that man can think of can be done. There's information floating around since the beginning of time, waiting for some form of intelligence to walk into it. That's why you have computers. There's so much information in the world today, there's no room left to write it down. So man devised computers. The computers broke down, they put on supercomputers. The supercomputers are overloaded, on and on. The only logic in America today comes from the computer. Want to win a football game? The computer will tell you. Want to open up a place of business? The computer will tell you. The only logic today is from the computer. Man's logic means nothing anymore. And maybe it's not too bad an idea. If you realize where the world has come today with man's logic, I say let the machines take over. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. What I'm trying to say is it's very difficult to find things that are funny today. What used to be funny today is very dangerous. That's why the younger comics act crazy. When I started out as a comic, you had to have ideas. Comics today are like crazy. They match the times. They match the times. Pee Wee Herman is not the kind of man that you hire as a lawyer to represent you in a brain damage case. And the reason the comics act crazy is because everything has become dangerous. When I started out as a comic, you could do sex jokes. Now, dangerous. When I started out as a comic, you could do drug jokes. It was funny, but now, no. Even more dangerous. Religious jokes used to be kind of sweet, but now it's getting very dangerous because America's being divided up. Evolution or creation. Some books are even being rewritten from science. God. When I was a kid, I believed there was a God. I believed that. I saw pictures. To a child, the eye does not lie. Oh, and he had 2 beautiful children, Adam and Eve. Looked like Donnie and Marie Osmond. Sweet kids. And they had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. And they looked like John DeLorean and Klaus von Bülow. say they started the world. No, listen. Religion. The other side says no. We were animals at the beginning. Man first walked around as an animal. The closest thing we have to that today is Mick Jagger. Have you noticed that religion and sex are almost interplayed? Because sex reminds us that we are animals, and religion reminds us to deny it. This can create tension called sexual repression, which happened from the beginning of time. In the Middle Ages, under Crusades, the men who went off to war for 400 years to recapture Jerusalem, when they left their wives to make sure they were pure, they were so repressed, they applied chastity belts. This is heavy leather. Thick chastity belts, so when they came home from the battle, the wife would be pure. They had their own key, and they used the key. They would lock it and ride off into battle. But legend had it, though, one day, one particular baron went to his caretaker and said, "You take care of the key. And I go off into battle. If anything happens to me, please give it to my wife." He drove off on his horse. Maybe 100, 200 yards later, I forget, I gotta look this up. He heard the caretaker behind him yelling, "Master! Master!" Well, the baron pulled his horse together and said, "Hold it, what is wrong?" And the caretaker said, "You gave me the wrong key."
Funny stuff.
Not bad.
Yeah, very good. What do you mean not bad?
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. I'm going to be doing a lot of that at the amphitheater. I have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, the amphitheater now, that's a big-sized place.
I know.
Big-sized
But
place.
you must hurry, because there are only 4,000 choice seats left.
And no twofers either.
This place holds 6,300.
Yeah.
And they asked me 63,000.
No,
what am I talking about? No, 6,300.
6,300.
Yeah, that's right. Like, forget. Numbers are so impossible for me. 6,300. And I'm not a 6,300 draw.
Oh.
Well, no. My kind of people, they have a small unit. People like them, that's it.
Well,
A couple of members of the band.
Get yourself a big opening act.
Oh, I have an opening act.
Well,
I'm trying something different. I'm having a basketball game, the opening act, and the place is big enough. This is true. And it's going to be between 5 little people.
Yeah.
We don't use the word that begins with an M because it's in bad taste.
I see.
And I want to work. With 5 of them playing a basketball game against 5 7-foot black basketball players. And the little guys have a little basket, and they dunk with the little ball.
Yeah.
And the big guys have the regular basket, and they play each other. They run through each other's legs and things. I was sick and tired of the old shows with the jugglers and the magicians. Remember from the Ed Sullivan Show? That's all they had. America was infatuated with men who could saw women in half and guys who could throw 3 of their balls up in the air.
That's true.
Well, incredible.
True.
No more. So
I don't understand you.
Oh, I'm also working with 3 singers.
3 singers?
Yeah, it's not like the show I did here. I'm working with Cat Adams, Ben Page, and Linda Hopkins.
Well, you got that.
Yeah, they're each going to do a number in the middle, I think. So it's going to be a little. It's going to be fun. I like to do that.
How long you got? Burt told me you got lost in the parking lot today. Is it true?
I was walking around before the show. I like to be alone. I get a chance to think. There's a lot of pressure in this kind of thing. It isn't like a club date. I mean, this is something else. I'm working the world here. And since I am not the biggest draw in the world, so when you give me America, I appreciate that.
Yes.
Even though it's for very small money.
So, yes, it is. So you were walking around the park?
Walking around, trying to gather my thoughts, because when people come up to you, they talk to you, there's a distraction.
Absolutely.
A person can only think of one thing at a time. I can't think of two things. One thing. Anything else kind of cuts the other in half. I'll think of it, but it'll be split. Because I feel there's just so many things that a person can remember.
Right.
And then every time I learn a new thing, like a new phone number, something falls out.
Okay. Thank you, Dick. Sunday night. Dick will be Sunday night at the Universal Amphitheater in Hollywood.
Right.
Thank you. Dynamite having you here. Thank you, Burt.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Mr.